Bang! How's everybody doing out there? This is the Cool Club. I am Solikin, and I want to go ahead and review the film Mercy. This is a 2026 sci-fi thriller. This is starring Chris Pratt, Rebecca Ferguson, Annabelle Wallace, Kyle Rogers, Callie Reese, and Chris Sullivan. This movie was destined to lose from the beginning, if you ask me. Um, This has a similar plot to the movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise, which was worlds better than this film. Tom Cruise was worlds better than Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, to me, when he's in serious films, it's very hit or miss. I look at Chris Pratt as like that goofy guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, the aloof hero, not somebody who's serious, straightforward, action hero cop. Like that's not his role. And to be honest, I mean, this film rested on his shoulders. The majority of this film rested on his shoulders, and it also rested on the plot that this AI that in 2029 Los Angeles, the Mercy Capital Court responds to a surge in crime by using artificial intelligence judges. So it also rests on the artificial intelligence judge, played by Rebecca Ferguson. Now, those two characters are are ones who are in the movie the most, the ones you see the most. And him just speaking to an AI and having the AI have thought realization like, oh, I messed up or I did like, I wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying, the emotional AI role. That like the thing about Minority Report is that it didn't have a personality like the system that they used. It was just an abstract artificial intelligence, didn't have a personality. It wasn't going back and talking about I messed up and making quips and things like that. That it just, it was just cheesy. And Chris Pratt himself, like I said, could not pull off this serious role that that this film needed. Like this again, because of the surge in crime, they came up with AI judges to try defendants for violent offenses. To assemble evidence, all devices are also registered to the municipal cloud to allow the AI judge to pass judgment. The AI judge will also give defendants all available resources to find and provide all evidence needed to prove their innocence in 90 minutes or will be executed via a sonic blast. So you have 90 minutes to try to prove your innocence before they kill you. It's already not, that doesn't, like, come on, man. You would think that you would at least give a person 3 days, 90 hours or something like that, 90 minutes to try to, before you're executed. It makes no sense. That's already like a program that's not fair. And in the film, Christopher Pratt first, he starts off as he's the guy who championed this program, or and as the hero cop. But in actuality, the system turns on him and he ends up in the mercy seat having to defend himself. You see this from the trailers. You can already get that's the main part of the plot. His wife gets killed, um and all evidence points to him. So every he's 97.5% guilty, and he has to lower it to 92% or else they're gonna kill him. So they pretty much, it's everything's pointing to him. But he also relapsed in sobriety. So now, he wakes up drunk. He's drunk trying to get himself together. I don't buy it. It's just, again, the emotion, this emotional role is not for Chris Pratt. I'm sorry. Like, this rested on his shoulders. And I mean, he dropped the ball. Even the suspense of this, Yeah, sure. There's some small level of suspense of who the killer really is. Like, we know it's not him, but we're trying to figure out who it really is. So there's some small level of of suspense. There's one cool. You would think that they would have a lot of cool elements in the future, like futuristic things, like how Minority Report did. Minority Report showed you a lot of other cool things in the future. This here, the only other cool thing that they had, if you found the Mercy program to be cool, they had this flying like flying like hover bike that the police used to be able to get to areas quickly. And one of his fellow police officers or whatever, she took that bike and was helping him out, trying to figure out who the real killer was, even though she was skeptical of him. That was cool, but that's it. And with that being said, that gives this film, because of the bike, I give this film a 3 out of 10. Yes, a 3 out of 10. It was some parts of this movie where I just was just bored, where this AI is talking and he's trying to pull some type of emotion out of it, trying to make it, like, I guess, pulling on its conscience or something. Like, those parts were weird. Him trying to figure out, going through all of this, calling people, trying to figure out, where, getting clues, where was this person, did the camera pick this, I got tired of seeing his neighbor's ring camera. Like, it's just a lot of parts of this movie that just, you just don't care about. Like, I'm sorry, and you're supposed to care, but again, Chris Pratt couldn't pull it off. He couldn't pull it out. But I almost just, I had to cut this film off towards the end. I didn't even care at the end of the day, and I went back, had to go back and watch it. Um, the reception for this film, the film didn't even make back its money. Like, it didn't. This spent film cost $60 million to make. It had a $60 million budget and only grossed $54.3 million. So it didn't make its money back. There's a lot of the critical response. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 25%, calls it a clunky techno thriller premise, and Mercy is tedious enough to make you cry uncle. I totally agree. And that's where we can leave it. 3 out of 10 for this film. With that being said, this is the Cool Club. I am Super Solican, and I'm gone.